delighted to introduce a special guest who is helping to inform and educate the public about climate change through her work as a meteorologist and environmental reporter for Boston's WBZ TV Channel 4. Both a serious scientist and a journalist, she is a very effective voice in communicating the issue of climate change to the broader community and the general public. And she's helping people understand the effects of a changing climate on their lives and on the world around them. It is my pleasure to introduce WBZ TV's Emmy Award-winning Mish.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for having me here today. It is an honor to be with all of you. I know some of you are from out of state, but for those of you in Massachusetts, who's seen me on TV before? Okay, I will answer the question for you. Yes, I appear much taller on television. Zoom right in. It's exciting to be here to discuss our collective response to climate change. And as you heard, although I'm a trained weather forecaster, I went to Cornell and studied atmospheric science. I've spent a lot of my professional life over the last decade sort of repurposing my skill set, and I'm now really very focused on understanding climate change and translating that to the general public. I wanted to show you some aerial footage that we shot earlier this week. As Mary mentioned, we were working on a story at Townbrook in Plymouth. And for many of you who've been working on this project, I thought it would be fascinating for you to see it from a different angle. These are the headwaters, I believe. It travels about 1.5 miles through Plymouth to the ocean. It is a cold water stream. All of this I learned on Monday, thanks to Mary. And this is, as I mentioned, a great example of climate adaptation. This brook has several dams along the brook that were built in the 18th and 19th century. And they were meant to help power the industrial center of Plymouth at the time. And so they're no longer really of any purpose. And one of these dams has now already been removed. Two other dams are about to be removed, and that was the story that we were working on. And the idea is to help fish and other species better adapt to climate change. So these are some aerial shots, and kind of lose it, and then you pick up the waterway again. Let me show you the story that we worked on this week. I interviewed not only Mary from Fish and Game, but also folks from the Riverways program who are doing the studies on Townbrook to help set up the dam removals and river restoration. From our friends in the Weather Center, and here's something we didn't know. There are about 3,000 dams in Massachusetts, and most of them were built along rivers and streams in the 19th century to power mills and serve farmers.
But now many of them are being removed, and as Mish explains, the ultimate goal is helping habitats better adapt to climate change.
These are the vital signs, so to speak, of this river that we're trying to enhance with our projects.
Nick Wildman is with the Riverways program run by the Department of Fish and Game.
So what this instrument does...
Using this water chemistry meter, properties of water flowing through this dam on Townbrook in Plymouth are being recorded, including temperature.
Temperature 52.66.
Okay.
This dam is one of several built on Townbrook in the 1800s. Once used to generate power for this industrial center, it's now a relic from the past and is slated to come down.
Removing this particular dam, you're going to see a change in temperature. You're going to see temperature decrease.
Which is critical to the fish and other species that rely on this cold water stream.
We've already lost about 70% of our cold water habitat in mass.
And with projections of a warmer climate, another 50% could be lost. To help this habitat adapt, this dam on Townbrook, the first of 3, was recently removed. Now this structure and this cement dam are next.
So this will eventually all be just water flowing right through here.
Right, exactly. It'll be the first time in a couple hundred years that water has flowed through this area of Townbrook in a natural manner.
So a restoration project like this can help a river like this become more resilient to the stress of climate change. This is a climate-smart conservation project.
And town residents support the plan.
So with the dam removal, the trout are coming back, and I'm actually looking forward to it. Look forward to fishing it.
The Riverways program now has 22 dam removal and river restoration projects underway. A year from now, this river will stretch 1.5 miles from the ocean inlet all the way to the headwaters. In Plymouth, I'm Mish, WBZ News.
this weekend, conservation leaders from across the state will gather at Bentley College to discuss programs like the dam removals slated for Town Brook. And Mish will be addressing that gathering.
Well, a pioneer type of drive-in.